Hello guys, welcome again to my channel. I'm not at the farm today, as you can see. I'm in my room. So that's it. That's why I'm here. I didn't go to the farm today. So for those of you who have not subscribed yet, I don't know what you are waiting for. You all need to subscribe to this channel. You all need to support this channel, because this channel is a very, very informative channel. At least most people who have watched few of the videos I've posted here have been helped by it, have been inspired by it, have been encouraged by it. So the least you can do is to appreciate this guy who is putting out all this content and who is trying to enlighten and help some of you try to make something useful out of your life. So that's the least you could do to support this channel, because this channel is going to grow big, and I feel that everybody should be on board on this journey. So if you're not subscribed, you should subscribe. So in today's video, I'm talking about livestock farming and why it's a very, very risky venture. As you all know, even us as human beings, we are very, very fragile. In fact, we are more fragile than anything, because you can just stay like this and die. At least, okay, for example, now this picture behind me, before this picture will have any, in fact, before this picture will die, this picture doesn't die, but before you know it will destroy, to damage. You know that something has happened, like something serious happened, maybe a fire, maybe water damaged it or something like that. But as human beings like this, we can just stay like this and die off. Like we can stay like this and slump and die. That's to say that we as human beings, we are very, very fragile. So talk less of animals. This animal, in fact, anything that has blood running through it is a very, very fragile thing. God, gave us creativity. God gave us brains. But one of the things about life is that in as much gift as you have, you will still have as much weakness as those gifts. So we are the smartest beings here on earth, but we're also the weakest. We're also the weakest. If you compare us with animals, you see that some of these animals are far, far stronger than us. Some of these animals are far, far rugged than us. What might kill us, it will take years for it to kill some of these animals. So let's say that human beings, we are fragile. Then some of these animals, especially those ones that are domesticated, they are even more fragile. Do you know why? Because they are living things. In fact, for me, if in terms of risk, in terms of if I say that I want to have an easy business, the least thing that will ever come to my mind is livestock farming. That's the least thing that will ever come to my mind, because livestock, you can all of a sudden your animals can just die off. That's one of the backsides. That's one of the disadvantage sides of this farming of eating, of this livestock farming of eating, because you could lose your animals in one day. Okay, for those of you who have been following this Okar or pig farm African swine virus pandemic, or this Okar or pig farm swine, it's not even African swine virus cases. According to the news, at least 4 farmers died. One farmer lost almost 1,000 pigs. He went to his farm, so that all his animals have died. He slumped and never woke again. He died. So that tells you how risky the business is. At least if I had a shop where I sell ties, where I sell building materials, before my goods destroy, I'll know that it's either fire or something stole it. My goods can't just stay like that and destroy and become lifeless. It's not possible. Something must have happened. So but in livestock is a whole different scenario. It's a whole different ball game. Some of the reasons why I say livestock farming is the riskiest business in all the parts of the world is because of the death rates. I've seen many farmers, chicken farmers, who lost their chickens. I've seen so many pig farmers who lost a good number of their pigs. I've seen so many goat farmers who lost a good number of their goats. Even me, to be honest with you, I'm also into serious goat farming. There was a time I lost all my goats. Over over, I think, 20 something goats. So so you see, it's a very, very risky venture. One disease from one goat can wipe out your whole money, can wipe out your whole investment. And you have no choice but to start from the beginning. You have no choice. So, apart from the fact that these animals can die, these animals, they can just fall sick and die off. So, some of other reasons why it's a very risky business is, at times, you might not have money for feed, and your animals will die. I know a good number of farmers, those who are in fishery, pig farming, and the rest that requires feed. Sometimes a good number of them might not have money for feed, just because they start a little bit back from the feeding routine of these animals. They start losing some of these animals just because you don't feed them. So you see, if they don't have money for feed, it poses a great threat to your animals. At times, disease can come into your farm and wipe out your whole stock. I've seen farmers who lost their whole farm. I've seen farmers who lost their whole investments. I've seen farmers who lost a lot of things in their farms. At times, workers can be reluctant, and their carelessness will cause the animal to die. Assuming I was selling tiles. Even if the workers I put in my shop are that careless, sometimes we get missing, but it will not be. In fact, before their carelessness will cause me losses, it will be very, very hard. Because for me to have losses, that means somebody came there and stole from me, which rarely happens in markets. Before you get that somebody enters somebody's shop in the daytime and steal, it's very, very hard, unless the worker misplaced it. But in a daytime, your worker might be careless and be doing something. Be reluctant to, let's assume that a pig or an animal developed a problem, a health issue. Instead of the worker to administer medication immediately, he might feel reluctant, or he might not be in the mood to do it, and before you know it, your animal is dead. So it's a very risky venture. So it's a very, very risky venture. So another reason why farming can be very, very risky at times is because of the high cost of feed and medication. Not every farmer can cope with high cost of medication, high cost of feed, and the rest. So at times it can frustrate some farmers. I've seen farmers who abandoned their farm just because of feed went up, who closed their farm just because feed went up. So it's a very, very risky venture, because at times things might not even be in your control. At times things might spiral off out of your control. So you see, that's why farming is farming is the riskiest business. I don't know any other business that is as risky as farming. I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm not trying to tell anybody not to do it. All these things can be avoided with proper planning. Because one thing I believe in is that if you have a business, the highest person that cares about your business is you. So if you have a farm, the best thing you can do for yourself is to always be trying to go to your farm every now and then. Because I know a good number of people who open farms and leave it to people. They will mismanage your farm, you will lose your animals. So if you have a farm, the best thing you can do for yourself is to be actively involved in your farm. Don't just open a farm and leave it and be doing some other thing. If you want the farm, you go into it full time. Because no matter the amount of workers you employ, no matter the caliber of workers you employ, nobody will still care more about your farm than you. And farm is something that if you take it on seriously, the business will go on seriously. And you lose your animals, and you lose your money, you lose your investment. So the best thing you can do for yourself is that if you know that you want to go into farming, you want to go into livestock farming especially, you go into it full time. Even if you don't want to go into it full time, you get actively involved in it. Because at the end of the day, this is your money. Nobody plays with money. Nobody should play with money. So that's it. Thank you for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed yet, do well and subscribe. It's very, very important for you to subscribe to this channel. It's educative, it's informative, and it can change your life financially, because I'm talking about business here on this channel. So you should subscribe and you should like this video. So that's it on today's video. Thank you and God bless.